Have you ever woken up one morning and wondered, why am I always so tired? Your eyes are sunken. Your stomach is bloated even though you ate very little yesterday. And that feeling of heaviness and sluggishness sticks with you from morning to night. That's what Diane, a 62-year-old woman living in Georgia, experiences every day. She's a meticulous person who has never missed a regular health checkup in 30 years. The test results all are within the allowable limit, but she still feels not okay. The doctor said I was healthy, but I knew I was getting weaker, Diane recounted. One day, while cleaning out the medicine cabinet to throw away expired vitamins, she came across an old notebook, the notebook of her mother, who lived to be 96 years old. In it were simple herbal formulas that her grandmother used, and a note underlined 3 times, olive oil plus cloves, a morning drink to keep your body light and your heart healthy. Diane laughed. "Oh, Mom, you must have read this ancient stuff somewhere." But instead of throwing it away, she looked it up online. And what surprised her, it wasn't just her mother who believed in the mixture. Thousands of people around the world are also using olive oil combined with cloves to improve blood pressure, digestion, reduce inflammation, and even prevent hair loss. Modern science is not left out either. Many studies have begun to prove what our grandparents knew centuries ago. When Diane started to learn more about the olive oil plus clove mixture in her mother's old notebook, she was surprised to discover this was not a folk remedy passed down by word of mouth. It is an ancient medical tradition that has been used for thousands of years in many different civilizations. From the Mediterranean to Asia, in ancient Greece, olive oil was not just food, it was medicine. The Greeks believed that olive oil nourished life. It was used to massage the body, soothe the digestive system, and even help regulate blood pressure. Meanwhile, in India and China, cloves were considered a warming medicine, helping to warm the body, stimulate blood circulation, and fight stomachaches, toothaches, and cold hands and feet. When these 2 ingredients are combined, they not only complement each other, but also activate a deeper healing effect. Olive oil helps soothe and lubricate the digestive system, creating a gentle base for the body to absorb the essence of cloves. And cloves, with their powerful anti-inflammatory properties, help stimulate circulation, boost metabolism, and are naturally antibacterial. A real-life story, Diane recalls that her mother used to add a few drops of clove essential oil to a spoonful of olive oil and drink it first thing in the morning on an empty stomach. "My mother used to say, the body needs to be gently awakened every morning, not with coffee, but with love and care from nature." And she never had bloating, no stomach aches, no constipation, even in her 90s. When modern scientists began to test it, they discovered that this combination not only helps the digestive system function properly, but can also help lower bad cholesterol, regulate blood pressure, and reduce systemic inflammation, one of the silent roots of heart disease, diabetes, and obesity in older adults. Not everything traditional is outdated. In today's busy, technologically driven world, many people forget the simple, natural things are sometimes what our bodies need most. Sometimes we don't need to find more things. We need to go back and understand more deeply what we have forgotten. There is a little-known fact: the heart never ages. It's the arteries that harden over time. And that's really scary. Alan, 67, living in California, used to believe that chest pain when climbing stairs was normal due to aging, until a slight dizziness sent her to the emergency room, and the doctor told her that she was at risk of severe atherosclerosis, with only a few years left if she didn't change her lifestyle immediately. After returning home, she started drinking a simple mixture every morning: 1 tablespoon of extra virgin olive oil mixed with a few drops of clove essential oil. What happened to her circulation? After just 3 months, her blood pressure returned to normal. Her blood vessels became more flexible. And the most surprising thing, she no longer felt tired after a little exercise. It's not a miracle, it's science. Deeper analysis. Why does this mixture help regenerate arteries? Olive oil contains a large amount of monounsaturated fat, which helps reduce LDL bad cholesterol and increase HDL good cholesterol. This is the key to preventing cholesterol from sticking and thickening the artery walls. In addition, it is rich in polyphenols, a powerful antioxidant, which helps reduce inflammation in the blood vessels, naturally preventing atherosclerosis. And what about cloves? They contain eugenol, a special compound that can dilate blood vessels, increase circulation, and help regulate blood pressure. When combined, the two elements, this treatment not only cleanses but also helps restore elasticity to blood vessels that have been damaged by age. Have you ever woken up in the morning with joints that feel asleep, stiff, and aching? Maggie, 72, a former dance teacher, said that tying her shoelaces would bring her to tears because of knee pain. The doctor said it was rheumatoid arthritis. The medication only helped for a few hours, but in return, her stomach started to weaken and she felt tired all the time. Until one day, her niece sent her an article about a mixture, olive oil and cloves, and how it has helped many older people get back to normal activities without painkillers. What does science say? Cloves are one of the richest natural sources of eugenol, a substance with powerful pain-relieving and anti-inflammatory properties, comparable to non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs in SAIDs, but without the damage to the stomach lining that ibuprofen causes. Extra virgin olive oil is rich in oleocanthal, a natural compound that researchers have dubbed nature's ibuprofen. It works by inhibiting inflammatory enzymes, specifically COX-1 and COX-2, in the same way painkillers do. When combined, these two ingredients enhance the natural, internal anti-inflammatory effect, helping to soothe joint and muscle pain without making the body dependent on the drug. Back to Maggie. After 3 weeks of taking this mixture every morning, a teaspoon before breakfast, she began to notice something strange. No more waking up with nagging pain, being able to stand up faster after sitting for a long time, and especially, she returned to the weekend dance class, something she thought she had lost forever. Little lesson. Sometimes, the answer is not in the prescription, but in the simple things that have been forgotten. Not every pain requires a pill. There are natural mixtures that, if we are patient, will heal without causing further damage. John, 66 years old, from Texas, is a very careful man about his health. After retiring, he often walks every morning, eats healthy and has regular checkups. But one day, when he went for a blood test, the doctor said he was pre-diabetic. "No way," he exclaimed. But when he looked back, he recognized the silent signs. Sleepiness after eating, slightly blurred vision in the evening, and recently, a small wound on his right leg took nearly 2 weeks to heal. What's the connection between olive oil and cloves? Not many people know that both extra virgin olive oil and cloves have the ability to regulate blood sugar in a very special way. Cloves contain the compound digestion and polyphenols that increase insulin sensitivity, meaning the body uses insulin more effectively, reducing blood sugar levels after eating. Olive oil is rich in monounsaturated fats and MUFAs, which have been shown in many studies to help stabilize blood glucose levels, especially in older adults. When these two ingredients are combined, they not only slow down the absorption of sugar after meals, but also protect the pancreas from oxidative stress, a major cause of diabetes progression. Back to John. After reading a small study from the University of Tehran, his wife, Linda, started giving him a spoonful of olive oil and clove extract every morning. Not expecting much, just hoping it's benign, let's try it. 3 months later, he checked back in. The doctor looked at him and said, "Your blood sugar is back in the safe zone." "What's changed?" John just smiled and said, "I think the cloves and olive oil are working harder than I thought." Little lesson, blood sugar doesn't always show up clearly. And when you see the signs, it may be too late. But if we pay attention early, listen to our bodies, and add a small habit every morning, we can stop a long journey into illness. Melissa, 52, from Florida, used to sigh every time she looked in the mirror. Her skin, once smooth and healthy, started to break out in red, dry, itchy, and flaky rashes every time the weather changed. The doctor said it was a form of chronic eczema. She tried all sorts of creams, from the pharmacy to the doctors, but they only lasted for a while before returning. She started avoiding parties, refusing to take pictures with her grandchildren, and gradually losing confidence in herself. Until she read a little sharing from a woman in Turkey. "I applied a mixture of olive oil and cloves every night. My skin started to calm down after a week. Why does this mixture work for the skin?" Extra virgin olive oil has long been considered liquid gold for the skin. Not only does it hydrate, but it's also rich in antioxidants like vitamin E, polyphenols and squalene that help repair the skin, soothe irritation and rebuild its natural protective layer. Cloves, while they may sound strong, when properly diluted in a carrier oil, become a magical natural anti-inflammatory essence. The main ingredient eugenol in cloves has antibacterial, antifungal and anti-age properties, making it perfect for skin conditions such as acne caused by bacteria, contact dermatitis, eczema, and even scars from minor burns back to Melissa. She mixed 2 to 3 drops of clove essential oil into a spoonful of extra virgin olive oil and applied it evenly to the eczema-affected skin every night before bed. The result? After 1 week, the redness was noticeably reduced. After 1 month, the skin was softer, no more flaking. And most importantly, she started smiling when she looked in the mirror. Thomas, 61, living in Oregon, never thought he would care so much about his hair. But then each strand of hair fell out every time he combed his hair. Especially in the cold season, his hair was noticeably thinner, accompanied by a layer of white dandruff covering his shoulders, making him shy when going out. He tried all kinds of shampoos, from anti-dandruff to for men over 50, but they didn't work in the long term. Until his daughter, a nurse who loves to research natural therapies, gave him a small bottle with a strange scent. The label simply reads, "Olive oil plus clove infusion. Use weekly." He was skeptical, but he tried it anyway, because what's to lose? Why can this mixture help your hair grow thick and strong again? Olive oil is one of the best base oils for nourishing the scalp. It penetrates deep into the hair roots, providing vitamin E, antioxidants and fatty acids to help reduce dry scalp, the cause of dandruff and itching. Meanwhile, cloves are little warriors with great power. Eugenol helps fight fungus, eliminate dandruff and bacteria that cause folliculitis, increases blood circulation to the scalp, helps stimulate hair growth, and especially, it cleans hair follicles, helps hair grow strong, not easy to fall out. Simple way to make it home: gently heat 5 to 6 tablespoons of olive oil with 5 to 6 dried cloves. Turn off the heat, let it cool, and let the mixture soak for at least 1 hour. The longer the better. Strain the oil. Gently massage it into your scalp for 10 to 15 minutes. Cover your hair with a warm towel for another 20 minutes, then wash it off with a gentle shampoo. Repeat once a week. Back to Thomas, he did it every Sunday, at first because his daughter reminded him. But after the first month, he started asking himself, "Do you still have the pre-mixed bottle? I need it this week." Dandruff was almost gone. Hair loss was less severe than before. His wife even joked, "Your hair is almost as thick as when you first got married." Little lesson: hair is part of your identity. No matter what age you are, you have the right to feel confident when you look in the mirror. And sometimes, the solution isn't in an expensive bottle of shampoo, it's in patience, self-love, and natural, healthy habits repeated every week. David, 55, was skeptical when he heard about natural secrets to increase male vitality. Working under pressure and stress, he gradually felt that he was no longer as vigorous as when he was younger. Even his bedtime activities were less, making him sad and lacking in confidence. One day, during an intimate conversation with a longtime friend, a traditional Chinese medicine practitioner, David heard about a mixture of olive oil and cloves, which not only helps with overall health, but also can improve male vitality. He asked, "Does it really work? Or is it just a rumor?" The truth about this mixture and male vitality. Olive oil is not only a miracle drug for the cardiovascular system, but also helps reduce inflammation and improve blood circulation throughout the body, very important for physiological health. Cloves contain eugenol, which has the effect of relaxing blood vessels and is an antioxidant, contributing to increased blood flow to important organs, including the reproductive system. Many studies show that the antioxidants in cloves can help reduce oxidative stress, one of the causes of decreased vitality in men as they age. Real-life example, David started using this mixture as directed. After a few weeks, he felt more energetic and mentally alert. Not only that, he shared, "It's not a miracle, but I clearly feel the change. My confidence is back, my sleep is deeper, and most importantly, I feel myself." Lesson: physiological health is not just a special thing, but an essential part of overall health. What you eat and drink, Your lifestyle habits have a huge impact on that, especially as you age. It is important not to put your faith in miracle drugs or miracle cures right away. Be patient and choose sustainable solutions based on science and healthy habits. Imagine you are Linda, a busy woman who always feels uncomfortable with bloating and flatulence after meals. Although she tries to eat healthy, she often feels heavy, making her mentally tired and losing focus at work. One day, after reading about the mixture of olive oil and cloves, she decided to try adding it to her daily routine. And as a result, after just a few weeks, she clearly felt the difference: a lighter stomach, less indigestion, and a more cheerful spirit. Why does this mixture help the digestive system? Olive oil is rich in anti-inflammatory properties and healthy fatty acids, which help soothe the stomach lining, supporting the digestion and absorption of nutrients. Cloves are known to stimulate the secretion of digestive enzymes, while reducing spasms and soothing the intestines, thereby reducing bloating. This combination creates a perfect couple that helps improve digestive function naturally, minimizing the unpleasant symptoms that many people experience. Real-life example: a small study at a nutrition center showed that people who used olive oil combined with cloves in their diet significantly reduced symptoms of bloating and indigestion after 4 weeks. They felt lighter and improved their quality of life significantly. Small lesson: good digestion is the foundation for your body to effectively absorb nutrients and maintain overall health. Don't ignore signs such as bloating, indigestion. They are alarm bells of the digestive system that need to be properly cared for. Instead of relying on temporary bloating medications, you can improve with natural, sustainable methods such as supplementing with olive oil and cloves, both safe and effective. Let's talk about Mike, a man who is very interested in health and heard about the mixture of olive oil and cloves through a famous video online. He excitedly bought the ingredients, mixed them the way he read, poured a large amount of olive oil with a few cloves and drank them all at once. After that, Mike felt uncomfortable in the stomach, even a little nauseous. He began to doubt the effectiveness of this mixture and almost gave up. Common mistakes when using this mixture: using too much. Olive oil and cloves are both powerful ingredients. Drinking too much at once can easily cause digestive discomfort, even counterproductive. Not mixing the right ratio. If used in excess, cloves will have a bitter, spicy taste and can cause irritation. Not using it regularly. Many people want quick results, so they use it too much a few times and then stop. In fact, it is necessary to maintain a gentle, regular habit to have sustainable effects. Not combined with a healthy lifestyle, using the mixture while still eating unhealthy and not exercising much will significantly reduce the effectiveness. Further explanation: the safety and effectiveness of any natural method depends a lot on how you use it. The correct mixing ratio and regular usage habits will help the body absorb nutrients better, avoiding unwanted side effects. Small lesson: start with small steps, slowly, and listen to your body. Not the more the better, but the right way, the right dose, the right time is the key to achieving the best results. Did you know that sometimes the greatest strength lies not in the big things, but in the small, regular daily habits? I want to tell you about Anna, a busy mother who always feels tired and worried about her health. When she heard about the mixture of olive oil and cloves, she did not expect much, just considered it a small challenge in a series of busy days. But instead of using it hastily or irregularly, Anna decided to spend 5 minutes every morning to prepare and drink this mixture properly, combined with a light walk afterwards. After a few weeks, she began to feel the change. Her body felt lighter, her energy was more abundant, and her spirit was also much more positive. Explanation: habit is a series of actions that are repeated so often that it becomes natural, without much thought. When you make the olive oil and clove mixture part of your morning routine, you are giving your body a steady, consistent nourishment. This is important because the nutrients in the mixture take time to work and support you day by day. In addition, combining this habit with gentle activities such as walking or deep breathing will increase the effectiveness, improve blood circulation, and reduce stress, which is the #1 enemy of health. A little lesson: it's not about starting something new that's hard, it's about maintaining it every day. Build your habit from simple, easy to follow steps and allow yourself to be flexible when needed. Don't put too much pressure on yourself, because every day you have the opportunity to start over and get closer to your health goals. And now that you have the secrets to building the right habits, get ready for the conclusion, where we look back on our journey, share valuable tips, and inspire you to get started today.